quick. You said when you met me in person, what you thought?
It really amazed me because, I had Big Thor had talked about, about you and stuff.
Oh, they told
And
you I was saying as another lady saying she was Jackie Wilson's daughter, and they was mad about it.
and I said, well, where was Alexis all this time? How come nobody ever heard of her? And he said, Thor said, I don't know the whole deal. He said, but she does look like, he called Jackie Pops. She does look like Pops.
Wait a minute. Now, Thor, remember how he cussed me out over Bobby, called me a bastard, but behind my back, he told you I did look like his daddy, Jackie Wilson.
Yeah.
He didn't, what did you say when he told you that?
I said, Thor. I said, well, I have never heard of her. And he said, yes, she is Pop's kid.
Whoa, Linda, wait a minute. Out of all these years we known each other, you never told me he said that.
I thought I did, sweetie. I'm sorry. But, yeah, he said she does look like Pops, and she does sing like Pops.
Wait up, Linda. You never told me that he thought, girl, you know how mean he was to me when Bob was on the phone. But he did say, well, you look, you have a real strong resemblance to my pops, but you a bastard. At least I get checks. I get royalties. You don't. And he started laughing. But I knew, remember, I didn't cuss him out because I knew it would hurt. But you said he went behind my back and told you?
Yeah. And that's when he told me, I sent you that picture. You had a copy of it. He gave you permission, about the Wilson name if you want to use the
Wilson. He said I could call myself Alexis Wilson. He said I look like his daddy. He believed that I'm his sister. He sure did. Send me a copy of that on this new phone, girl, because the other phone going out, I don't want to lose. I ain't got another copy.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. You're going to have to, what do you call hit the screen and then kind of widen it like to really see it. But yeah, I still got it. I'll send it to you when I get through with this.
Girl, okay, well, I'm gonna let you get through that. I just wanted to briefly this is Linda. This is my daddy's sister-in-law. He was married to a white lady here in Atlanta. And Linda, I was born in 1967. Did you say Jackie Wilson lived in Atlanta in 1967?
Yeah, he did.
But this was before he got with your sister. She was also managing my dad when she got him off drugs and stopped drinking because he was a real girl. Wait a minute, you told me something. Remember how I was telling you how my sister and my sister had my son with her kids drinking at 7 and 8. Did you say my daddy's stepdaddy had my daddy drinking liquor when he was young?
Yes, he did. That's how he started drinking.
How old was my daddy?
I think he said he was like 9 or 10.
Girl, wait a minute. That's around the same time they was doing to. Girl, I did not know. I thought my daddy was just naturally like that, but So it wasn't his real daddy. His mama remarried in Detroit. Detroit?
Yeah. His stepdaddy was John. God, what was his name? I know his first name was John. I don't remember his last name.
Damn, and you said, I didn't know. You told me my daddy loved comics. I was wondering why I love comics. And you said he named Thor after the comic character. My daddy loved comics.
Yeah, he had 300 comic books at one time.
Where they went? Did you get to keep them?
They got stolen. He had a belt made of silver $50. Yeah. He had a whole belt made out of that. And he used to wear on stage, and it was stolen.
Damn. Okay, and remember, you wouldn't really talk to me too much. And remember, I contacted you on Facebook. I told you this dog came to me, and it said it was my daddy's dog. And would you know? I said like a black German Shepherd. You said no, that's a Belgian Shepherd.
Yeah, his name was Brutus. He was gorgeous.
Then you say he loved my daddy.
Yeah, he loved Jack and he loved Lynn because when we lived when we went to New Orleans, because Jack had gigs down there. It was, oh my gosh, this big old talking about a dog ran across the street. He almost got hit. But anyway, Brutus, like I said, that was the name of the dog. He, every time a plane would go over, because we was not too far from the airport, it was like this dog. I mean, I know dogs know things, but he would start barking. He'd get by the couch and by the front door. And I said, what's wrong, Brutus? I said, is that Jackie and Lynn? And he started barking again. And it wasn't it wasn't even 30 minutes later, they would call and say they landed.
He knew when my dad was coming back to Atlanta. Y'all live by the Atlanta airport.
Yeah.
One more thing. So I know you gotta go. Okay, y'all. If y'all Google Jackie Wilson and Elvis Presley, you will see a white woman with him with black hair. This is her sister. That's the woman my dad was married to, but it was a common law marriage because she found he was still married to Harlene Harris. So he was common law married to her sister. The white lady with the black hair with my dad and Elvis Presley, that's her sister. She died, but she lived here. This her name Linda. She lived with my daddy and her sister, and he had two children, Thor Wilson, the other one named Lanie, and both of them died, right?
Right.
Lanie died last year. Thor, after he did apologize to me. I think after that, that's when he, 2017, 2018.
18, he died October 18.
They said, hey, somebody's come and say hi. So,
hi, how are you?
Yeah, she gonna come back. I want her to put on speaker for all the hating ass bitches that trying to say that ain't your daddy. Want me to stop saying that's my daddy. She knew him. She lived with him. She cooked for him. She slept at the house. She ate at the house. She was there when he had a son and daughter by her sister. And she seen me. She done been over my house and everything. She said, you look just like him as a female. Your voice sound. And Thor told her, you just heard her, that I think she Pops. She looked like Pops, Auntie Nanda. And she got his voice, goddammit.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, when you sang on the phone that first time, I cussed and stuff, which I shouldn't, but I said, holy shit. Are you talking about reincarnation? I said, that's Jackie made over in a girl.
And then I was wondering why I like to crack jokes, and I was silly. You talking about Jackie like to crack jokes all the time. And was silly. So he was always laughing.
Yeah, because like I said before, when they had the Lanie rather, and he was in California, he had a driver, which he had drivers, and they were on the way back. He called, and after he talked to Lynn, I said, can I say something to him? So I got on the phone. I said, hey, Jackie. I said, I just want to tell you something if I've never told you before. I said, because I've always liked R&B music. I said, even before you met Lynn, I said, to me, you're the greatest singer there ever was. He started, he was rolling. You could hear, he said, oh, you just knew a good singer when you heard one. And then Lynn looked at me at the same exact time. We said, oh, you're just conceited. I said, conceit's a fault, and you're going to go to hell. And he really started laughing.
Wait a minute, right quick. I know you got to go. Didn't you say before he left Atlanta to go see Dick Clark, he started getting drive-bys and strange phone calls?
Yes.
And y'all begged him not to go. Y'all thought he was gonna come. He wasn't gonna come back, and he was scared too. But he said he had to go.
He, like I said, my oldest son Ray, and his son Thor, each of them grabbed one of his legs. They didn't want him to go. They were trying to get him to stay. And he said, he called both of them. He said, sons, he said, I'll be back. I said, Jackie, don't go. Me and Lynn both said it. He said, you don't understand. I have obligations. I have to go. And I said, well, you won't be back. He said, I'll be back. I said, no, you won't.
Oh, Linda, I just got chills. So you looked at him and told him, Jackie, you're not going to come back alive.
Yeah.
And what did
he said, I'll be back. He said, I will. I said, no, you won't.
Oh, my God, Linda. And you all knew the mob was involved, right? You knew they controlled music.
Yeah.
And he didn't know before he got in it. He knew it was too late when he was telling y'all he got in.
Because as you know, when you're in, the only way out is by death.
Didn't you say, too, that he told y'all he wanted to get out, he wanted to raise dogs in Atlanta, he wanted to start over in Atlanta?
Yeah, him and my sister bought a piece of property up in Ackworth, and he was going to build, that's another thing, when he come back, he was going to build a house and have kennels on it, and him and Lynn were going to raise dogs. And then, like I said, most of his gigs were in Atlanta, so that was close. But since he didn't come back, naturally none of that happened. And then also, he was going to be way back then before Phil Donahue and all those, he was going to be a talk show host. But I mean, he was going to do music, but it was on the side. But he was going to interview people in Atlanta, and he already had over 200 people he was going to interview. But since that happened, he didn't come back.
Girl, you know what, Linda? I just thought about me. I didn't know that. Remember, I wanted to do TV. I wanted to do entertainment. I wanted to have a show. I get that from my daddy.
Yep.
And when did y'all find out? How many days after that did you find out he had collapsed on stage with Dick Clark and y'all knew it wasn't natural?
Dick Clark called my sister Lynn and told him, he said, you need to get up here. Something's happened to Jackie. He didn't tell her, the whole thing, to upset her and stuff. So I watched Lanique and her son Thor, and naturally my two kids, and she went to Jersey. And then she stayed there as long as she could, and then she had to come back because of, Lanique, because Lanique was sick. So.
When did you find out that his wife he was still married to had him in that nursing home abusing him, and they wouldn't let your sister see my dad or take care of him? They wouldn't. Then they have to fight. She wouldn't let her bring him back to Atlanta because he would have lived.
Yeah, she wanted to go to court. In fact, I went to court with her in Marietta, and she was trying to get her rights for Lenny and Thor, and so we went to court, and she finally got rights for him. They got his royalties off of him, but because of that, Harleen being still legally, she was the one that made all the decisions, and she did not want. She wanted him to stay there so she could keep an eye on him, and to make sure that he never got all right.
Tell him how he was looking and what they did to him in there.
They tormented him. He was doing therapy, and then he got worse. They would break his hands, his fingers, and stuff, and they had him on oxygen and stuff. In fact, this girl named God, I can't remember her name now. I'm sorry,
Who was the lady? Was she a nurse or somebody affiliated with the hospital?
No, it was a friend, Joyce McCrae.
Joyce McCrae. The one that was obsessed?
She was supposed to be a so-called friend of my sister, a play sister is what she said. But she had moves on Jackie. She made moves on Jackie. In fact, she got in the bed with Jackie with him like that.
Did you know that she was going down on my dad when he was in that nursing home?
Yeah. And she also sold pictures to tabloids of him like that. He did not want nobody to see him like that.
Do you realize too they had broke his neck and he would never be able to talk again or sing again? When he was in there, they were beating him, like you said. Baby, thank you for giving them this little tidbit, baby. When you get on that phone, please, when you can't call me back, because they in here listening, they liking it, they listening, goddamn it. I want you to give your version while you still in your body. I'm gonna keep your ass alive as long as I can, because ain't nobody letting you tell your story, and we try to do it at People TV, and they stole our fucking footage. So at least we can do it on the phone for now. I want y'all to comment. Y'all want Linda to come back. Y'all want to hear some more, because she got the real tea. She was there. Y'all let me know, because when she gonna come back. We're gonna immortalize this. I want y'all to download it and save it so we'll never lose it again, because she was right there. Okay, I love you, Linda. Call me when you can. So
I'll call you as soon as I get through this.
Okay, Mama. Okay, bye. Now, y'all tell me. Now, you see that rat there? You see it? Motherfucking hating ass bitches talking about I ain't his. I ain't know him. He couldn't have been here. I told y'all, motherfucker, which I know all of y'all ain't doubt me. And I know y'all ain't gonna lie to me. Y'all think I look like that goddamn man with some titties, goddamn it, and some hair. Oh my goddamn. Like I look like him, like he done reincarnated to a tranny, goddamn it. I'm a transsexual, goddamn. Look so much like my goddamn dad. I ain't got no dick. I can't fuck them hoes. You know what I'm saying? I forgot about that, y'all. I think my brother Bobby knew about that too. It was white women so obsessed with my daddy. That lady named Joyce McCrae. You might be able to find some info on it in the internet or Facebook. She was so in love with my daddy, infatuated, telling me she thought that'll help that man get back up, goddamn it, and walk again. And they're putting her mouth, put your mouth on me. Up there putting her mouth going all down on that goddamn man. My daddy couldn't get up, walk, or talk to him. She thought that might help that man rise up again to put her mouth on that man thing, goddamn it. I mean, yes. So that's why I want to give y'all a taste of it. To let people know, I don't care what they say about me. I am not finna stop saying that's my daddy. I'm not. My mom was a liar, but I don't believe she was lying about that. The devil is a liar. You see, I got people I want to show y'all I wasn't lying. I know y'all didn't think I was lying, but she's in her 70s right now. While she's here, she can speak, vouch for my father, talk about his life. You could tell from listening to her, she got a lot of stories. And you know, she got that southern accent, so real down to earth, real. You see what I told y'all the other night about the dog. God damn it, the dog came in here. She told me what that dog was. That dog is a black Belgian Shepherd. I didn't know what she said name was. My dad said that dog was in love with my daddy. That dog knew when my daddy flew to the ATL, shouted. So when he heard a certain airplane, he knew it was he knew it was my daddy. And she said about 30 minutes later, my dad and her sister walking through the goddamn door. But goddamn, ain't no thought had got behind my back and said, Auntie Linda, I think that's daddy right there. That she looked just like daddy. She said, that's daddy. You see that? You see that right there? See, that's why I wanted to bow. Y'all know if I tell y'all something, I'm going to get the receipt. See, now I got a living human being. Receipt, goddammit. Now, she know the detail. Thank you, Trucia_2. Thank you. I be feeling him coming through me. I've been feeling him me since I was a little girl. My mother didn't play his music. She played Barry White, Smokey Rock. She played every black artist but my fucking daddy. And so I didn't really, but I was feeling with me. I was feeling getting in and out of me and dance. I was like, I wanted to down with his splits and shit. I was very athletic because my grandmama had me in gymnastics and stuff. And I didn't know why I want to hit these splits. Why my body feel like this? Now I just got older and I could see him. She wouldn't even let me see my daddy on TV. I didn't know I looked like him. I didn't know I had his face, but the spirit was still with me. I knew it was a male spirit on me. I didn't know sing, dance, get on TV. Now it makes sense. She filled in all of the pieces for me. She put the puzzle together. When I'm like, I like comics, I crack jokes. Why I like crack jokes? Why I like be funny? She's like, that's Jackie. Y'all heard her. And when she gets time, you know what, True Seeker, when I'm at home, I don't know y'all see it, but I see it how my body will do, my head will do. And because nobody in my family, like I told y'all, nobody in my family sang like that, danced like that, act, move. I didn't have anybody to connect it to. I thought maybe since my mother loves entertainment, maybe it was her. But my mother was not a singer. I'm very athletic. My mother's not athletic. My mother's not a dancer. None of that shit. And I'm like, why don't I fit? And she would never let me see him. So I didn't know. As I'm getting older, when I told the public, that's when people started coming. Once they saw me, they was like, oh, shit. Call his sister. Call them other ones. That's his fucking daughter in Atlanta. That's what she changed her name. Yeah, because I didn't want to use my daddy. That's another reason too. I didn't want to use my daddy. I didn't want to say, hey, give me this, give me that. Put me on TV because Jackie Wilson's my daddy and I got it like that. I never told until I established my own self as Alexis K. Tyler. But when people looked at me, they was like, fuck, that's him in a fucking female body. He done came back in a fucking female goddamn body. These people like this came and verified all this stuff and put it together. That's why I don't care what no hating ass bitch say. Now y'all, which you always thought it, but now I'm showing y'all I got receipts, goddammit. I got human receipts of people that actually live with him. And I did not tell y'all, she said in 1967, when my mother got pregnant with me, Jackie was in Atlanta, Georgia. He lived in Atlanta, Georgia. I got somebody that actually lived with my daddy, can tell you where the fuck he lived, goddammit. All them years I would ask my mother, where's my father? How did you mean? This line bitch gonna say, I met him in Atlanta. He would hang here, but I don't know where he lives. I had to talk to Bobby, Linda, everybody else to find out my daddy. The whole time she told me she knew who he was and I was little, I begged for him. My daddy was living right here. You heard her. She just said they live by, in one apartment, they live by the Atlanta airport. The dog knew, Brutus. He knew when my daddy was on the plane. Just like animals like me are drawn to me, drawn to my son, they were drawn to my daddy the same way. Anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to come back later because I'm really tired. My son has kept me up for the past couple of nights, just calling nonstop. He's been on Facebook, ass booked than a motherfucker. These bitches over there fucking with him. Somebody was threatening him, he's saying. Then they threatening me. Talking about they're going to do something to me with Shannon McGee, all this bullshit. This shit been going on for 2 nights. He's calling me all night, all day. called me all this morning sounding really not well, really not stable. And I asked Chris, are you taking your mental medicine? He told me no. I said, you did you get a refill? He told me no. He is not on his meds. And I know a lot of y'all are looking at him. And y'all can see what I'm saying. You could tell he's not on his meds. He's not, you know what, this is really depressing to me. And I'm talking about he hasn't slept for days. Up there on that fucking Instagram, and I don't know if he's also on the Facebook, and all night long calling me, just ringing the phone all night, all day for the past 2-3 days, just up all fucking night. And y'all are seeing it because y'all are wait a minute. So you did find something on Joyce McCrae. Thank you. Yeah, but it was fucked up what she was doing. But she could have been trying to help. She was taking pictures of my daddy up there in a vegetable state like that, holding him up in that bed, and somebody was in there taking pictures of him. She gets out in public and fucking sell that shit. But in a way, I think it was good though, because they could see that my father was being tortured and wasn't taken care of. Y'all, I had somebody, the person was so scared. They wouldn't tell me their name. This was a long fucking time ago. I don't remember what it had to be around probably 2009, 10. It was before 2012 when I said that Jackie Wilson was my father. Where did you send it, baby? You said check the what is it? Facebook or Instagram? So I can see in her motherfucking eyes. Oh my God! Thank you, Justin.
Wilson, she found him with signs of physical abuse.
You see this shit?
She took these photographs and films to demonstrate it, claiming there was a conspiracy to deny him proper treatment. Some members of Wilson's family, in turn, said it was Joyce McCrae who was exploiting him because she was selling the photos she took to a national magazine. Wilson's son, John.
Let me share this, y'all. Girl, thank you. Thank you.
In 1978, the guardianship was awarded to John Wilson's mother, Harleen.
The fuck?
She had known Jackie Wilson since he first sang in Harlem's Apollo Theater. And despite her separation from him, she was still, in the eyes of the court, his legal wife. And she defended herself against accusations that she was in it for what the estate might eventually bring to her.
My position at the time was I wanted to just take our son to visit with his father.
At Wilson, she found him with signs of physical abuse and sloppy care. She took these photographs and films to demonstrate it, claiming there was a conspiracy to deny him proper treatment. Some members of Wilson's family, in turn, said it was Joyce McCrae who was exploiting him because she was selling the photos she took to a national magazine. Wilson's son.
Y'all, this phone done froze. I can't turn it off.
You know what I mean? She has caused a lot of problems in our family. I don't know where she came from. In 1978, the guardianship was awarded to John Wilson's mother, Harleen. She had known Jackie Wilson since he first sang in Harlem's Apollo Theater. And despite her separation from him, she was still, in the eyes of the court, his legal wife.
God damn, y'all. I am trying to cut the fucking phone off. Damn. The phone won't go off. The phone jammed up, y'all. I figured, I guess the spirits won't. That hurt. I kept trying to cut it off. You see, it kept replaying because the phone fucking jammed. I was trying to share it, but I couldn't share it. And, oh my God. Those spirits are busy. That's what I think, Just Earth Angel. I just was able to fucking get it off. I just restarted it. This is so weird, but I don't know what's going on. Wait a minute. Can y'all please check for me? Is there an anniversary for my daddy coming up in January? I think there might be something, or did I hope I didn't miss it. It's something about my dad, I think. And right now.
Hello, Moto.
I think there's some kind of anniversary. I'm gonna look. Let me see. That I might be missing, that he wants for this to be happening right now. When come on, so I can Google. This is so fucking weird. January, Jackie Wilson. It's something. Jackie Wilson. Something he won't know. He died January 21st. Oh my God, I gotta cook for my daddy. He was born June 9th, 1934. Died January 21st, 1984. Oh my God. So he wants me to do something. I'm sorry, Daddy, I missed it. I've had so much crazy shit going on. Okay, Elvis Presley, January the 8th. He was born January the 8th. He died August 16th, 1977. My dad's anniversary, because I had done the song My Yiddish Mama as a tribute to him in other Januaries. Okay, Daddy, I'm sorry. Let me get my motherfucking ass together. You know, I'm still asking for y'all love and support and donations. I could also add it to that too, because I got another lady that I got to do for Kim that she died a couple of weeks ago, and she was speaking to me the other day. So Kim gave me money to feed her. So I got two people. Oh boy. He sent me a picture you said, yep, that this is his month. So I have to I have to honor him because wow, I'm so glad I got Linda on that phone so that y'all could hear that little bit. Thank you, Justina. She said ugly mystery. Okay, what's this one saying? This is a write-up, but it's another video. Thank you for this video. And I knew that was her motherfucking name, girl. Yep, and his Jackie Wilson's lovers. She found another page. It's got his lovers. I'm gonna put the link. Let me share. Hold on. Let me share. So this will be on my Facebook page.
Wilson, she found him with signs of physical abuse and sloppy care. She took these photographs and films to demonstrate it, claiming there was a conspiracy to deny him proper treatment. Some members of Wilson's family, in turn, said it was Joyce McCrae who was exploiting him because she was selling the photos she took to a national magazine.
Y'all go on my let me tell you, the lady Harleen, let me tell you what happened. She was with the record label Brunswick, and she helped to take advantage of my father. She's like a handler, female handler, and she was legally married to him. So the lady Linda's sister couldn't beat her because she had a legal marriage certificate. But do you know in 2019? God damn, what the fuck wrong with this phone? In 2019, after I started, I'm sorry, I was trying to cut off the notifications. And in 2019, when I started doing Nipsey's readings, he was assassinated. That year, 2019, they gave my dad a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and the family didn't invite me. And I was told that lady Harleen Harris, the one that wouldn't divorce him and let him suffer in the nursing home, wouldn't let Linda and her sister bring him to Atlanta because he could have been healed. But they kept beating him up and they broke his neck to make sure he wouldn't heal. How come she died? She was, nobody knew she had some type of kidney problem or kidney failure. So yeah, she got that money from killing him, having to kill him, and she got her reward. I think she's dead now, Harleen Harris. And Linda's sister was so heartbroken by my daddy being fucked up like that. She got real sick and had to have open heart surgery, and she died after that because my grandmother died, which is my daddy's mother. When she saw my daddy broke up like that, I think a few weeks later that same year, 75, she died. And they had her buried. She's buried in the same tomb with my father in Detroit. Nat Turnerpole, I think the owner of Brunswick Records that took my daddy's money and set him up and let him die. I think after that, he died. He died. Check this out. He was born January 1931. He died December 25th, 1987. So my father died 84, and he had something to do with, he made a lot of money off my daddy's death and wouldn't help him. He was with that black lady that was his wife, and they they tortured him to death. So he made money off my daddy's death as well. You know, they have insurance policies, and he controlled his music. So that was 84 when my daddy was murdered in that nursing home. Then Nat Turnipole, hold on, is that Brunswick? Nat Turnipole, let me look at it. I think it's Brunswick. I think Brunswick Records. Let me see. Yeah, it's got a picture of him and my daddy up here. Said he died 1987. Make sure. Nat Turnipole. He was with Brunswick Records. And yeah. So right after they did that to my daddy, he died in 1984. Nat Turnipole over Brunswick Records died 3 years later. Yes, my daddy was born June 9th. I said he died January 84. He's a Gemini. I'm just saying that these people, after they did this to him, this Nat Turnipole, who was a part of the Jewish mob, controlled my father, stole his money. They had my daddy traveling. Like, they had a lot of black entertainers traveling to make their money. They had to, once they weren't hits on TV no more, they had to go on tour. And there were hard tours and segregation, police stopping them, police robbing them in country towns, taking their money from them. And my daddy was performing, making hundreds of thousands of dollars in concert when he got older and he was sick, and they had him on drugs and shit. And then we found out his stepdaddy had him drinking liquor, goddamn it, at 7 and 8 years old, like they were doing my son and my family. Goddamn. Y'all see these curses here? Got his grandchild, my son, my family doing the same thing to him that his mama's husband, his stepdaddy, did to my daddy, setting them up like that, turning them into addicts. Remember, T-Boss said her real daddy had her drinking liquor when she was goddamn young. That's how she turned into a fucking alcoholic. So they would have my daddy touring, Sam Cooke, and all of them. And after my daddy did his shows and made all them thousands of dollars, they made my daddy go to the Western Union. He had to wire that man, Nat Turnipole, all his fucking money, and his mama needed bills to pay. He had bought his mama, I think, a house or something. He couldn't even send his mama no money, because how a lot of them, Jane Brown, a lot of these singers, they killed Otis Redding because they were money makers, but they was fucking robbing them. And you have to think, you in a contract with the mob, the Italian mob, the Jewish mob. You better hand them their goddamn money, even though it's your money they pimping. It was a form of modern day slavery. They would kill them, or people man. See, that's why I gotta let her come back, man. I gotta drop this history on y'all. We need to know this for future generations. If any of y'all thinking about getting entertainment, and y'all got children in entertainment, it's a business. It's like a loan sharking kind of thing. It's so they don't give a fuck about you or the public or the family. And people like that, they have a lot of light in them, a lot of talent. My daddy, Michael, Prince, the type of people that are most talented are also anointed, filled with light. Those are the ones they hold on to. They don't want to let go. They drain them. And it's a blood in, blood out type of thing. So you said stealing their money and their song, putting other people. That's how they did my daddy. I didn't know my daddy had wrote some of them songs for Brunswick Records. It was like, oh, Jackie, why don't you let me put that in my sister's name? Had songs my daddy wrote. Nat Turnipole said his son wrote it, and his son wasn't even born at the time. took it from my daddy. Like, Jackie, you ain't got to worry about paying no taxes and stuff on it. We'll just put it in my aunt name, my cousin name, making up people's name. But then they own it, like my dad didn't produce nothing. Then say, Jackie, here you a new Cadillac. Here you some new suits. Here's some bitches. Here's some. Then they getting them on powder and shit. Well, as you see, they still doing it to artists today. But I'm gonna go. I'm a little tired. It's been hard on me with my son just all day, all night, about 3 days now. Just up, geeked up. I don't know what he on, but I know he ain't on his mental health medicine. And I was like, you need to go to the hospital. You really need to go. Show them your med, have them evaluate you. Maybe you need to stay there for a few days, and you need to tell them you need your goddamn medicine. Maybe they need to recalibrate it or just give you something else altogether. And these bitches is up there. These dirty black bitches over there on his page like they fucking care about him so much, ribbing this shit up. I'm like, can't you see they doing this to you because they don't fucking like me? Because they jealous of me. I want to fuck with you to fuck with me. Acting like they care about you, but they don't. If you wasn't my child or somebody else's child that's well known, they wouldn't give a fuck about you. They'll let you do this and ignore your fucking ass. They're doing this shit to fuck with me. Can't you see what they fucking doing? They gaslighting your motherfucking ass. I ain't got nothing to do with him taking no flu shot. He grown. He don't want to listen to nobody. He want to take that goddamn shot. That's on him. And so I don't know what the fuck is in it that has something to do with it as well. So they up there with that shit and then talking about doing something to me, and then they send me the video, mama, y'all help my mama. They trying to do something to my mama. Then she said they somebody trying to do something to him, and then people like that, yeah, Shannon and her friends, but the neighbor's gonna come bust on the head. I said, let a bitch bust. Nuck if you buck, bitch. I've been here. Y'all know I work at home. I ain't running. I ain't had nowhere. Ain't nobody knocked on my door. I ain't seen no bitches outside. Ain't no bitch called my phone. I ain't seen no bitch nowhere at no door talking about busting me in the goddamn face. See, all that, y'all notice everything they say they want to do to me is head and face. You see that? Just one part of my body is the face and head. Like, I don't know what the fuck these hoes' problem is. And what they got to do with my son having a mental lapse and doing what he did. And now it's, we're going to go jump her. We're going to hit her in the face. We're going to say she's in a coma, all this kind of goddamn shit. I said, this is these hoes' opportunity don't fucking like me to now make this about me and jumping me. This shit is crazy. And I'm like, look, son, I'm in the house. I'm fine. Whatever they threatened, somebody got it. We got the screenshots, put it on the YouTube video. And so they really are saying this kind of shit. I'm doing this, and it's some silly black bitches. See, that's why now I don't want to be bothered. I'm not letting nobody. I just really don't even want to be out in the public no more. I don't want to deal with this no more. Because this shit is crazy as fuck. And y'all know I ain't threatening nobody. I ain't bothering nobody. And these bitches talking they want to do to me, busting the head, busting the face. I mean, this shit is goddamn crazy. Yep, truth seeker jealousy. Because nobody can show you no screenshots that I sent nobody or screenshot where I called their phone. I don't even know who these people are. And they over there tormenting him knowing. Now, y'all never doubted me. But I told y'all and I found the footage. Y'all can see something is wrong with my child. Y'all know something wrong with him. Y'all see I'm not making up. I'm not lying. I just never told y'all. And it's been hell and it's heartbreaking to deal with a mental ill child that you can't do nothing about. I have had to deal with this. It's 37 years. You can tell something wrong with him. And they sitting up here tormenting him. And he on there reaching out to them and talking to them because he won't shut his goddamn mouth and go to the fucking hospital. And they sitting up there loving that shit. He grown. I can't make him take his medicine. I hope he do, so he won't get up in no more trouble. At least they have that boy on record in prison and out here as being mental ill. It's just really, really heartbreaking for me. Unless you have a child like mine, you don't know what it feels like. You don't know how that feels because once somebody's like that, you can't do nothing about it. I mean, like I said, it's clear something's wrong with him. You know, and it's nothing nobody can do about it. When somebody mental like that, there's no cure for them. Only thing you can do, the doctor can help maintain them and they condition and shit, but it's nothing there's no cure for mental illness. That's why you have to try to catch it young, but you can control them while they little, but once they get older, you can't make them take their meds. And I've seen this before. A lot of people that mental ill, they say that the medicine make them feel crazy or it's some type of sensation they don't like. And a lot of people will stop taking their meds. They'll go off and on because I guess it's the side effect of something. They don't like the way it make them feel. Or maybe it's just probably the dosage is off or something. I've noticed a lot of people I spoke to before take mental health medicine. They'll go back and forth on it because of something in it. He's saying his spirits all in the room. A parasite cleanse doesn't get rid of a mental health problem. It may help with some because I know some parasites can do that. But what does that mean to me? The only thing I know is I cleanse myself from parasites and I work on my body and my emotions. That's a grown ass man. I can't hold him down. I can't whoop his ass no more. I can't give him pills. I can't do no teeth. My son's really not into what I'm into. He'll go up there and eat some a Big Mac and some French fries and an Egg McMuffin and drink some liquor, goddammit, and pop a perk and a Molly and get his dick sucked. What the fuck can I do about it? Full of worms and every goddamn thing, and ain't nothing I can do about it. And parasite cleanse don't get rid of all mental problem. It might kill some of parasites that are associated with it, but it ain't finna get rid of all mental emotional problem. It also requires you working through your shadow side, working through your issues. Ain't no herb and no worm cleaner gonna take care of somebody's mental problems, they abuse, they low self-esteem, like all the things I went to. I can do all the parasite cleanse I want to. Then they gonna heal me from all the years of abuse and abandonment. I'm sorry. That ain't gonna wipe everything away. You still stuck with all the damage that's been done to you. But my son didn't have all the kind of childhood I had. He didn't have all the issues. I had to work on myself. And I'm on a parasite cleanse right now. The black walnut, wormwood, tincture, and a whole bunch of other herbs, as well as helping my thyroid, balance my hormones. All that stuff go together. And I got it. You can't really tell me nothing about no herbs and shit, baby. Because I've been doing that. You can look at my old videos. You can see me juicing in 2007, 2008, honey. I already know this. And he hated me when he was little because he had severe asthma. He was always in the hospital. And he got it from his father. And I put a vegan diet, but that ain't good because when boys are developing, it'll make their dick little. That soy milk and all that shit, I didn't know it at the time. It was stunting his hormonal development. You can't tell me nothing about that because I know. His body was smaller than children his age because I took dairy and meat out. He wasn't getting much protein. That plant protein ain't helping. I don't give a fuck what you say. I lived it. As he started going into puberty, my son's body was smaller than the other kids and his penis wasn't developing. His testicles weren't developing. I took him to the doctor one time. They threatened to call defects on me because they're like, are you starving this child? This child, his iron is low. He doesn't have enough protein in his body. He's underweight. And I told him I was giving him a vegetarian diet because of his asthma. They said no. And at the time I had got some WIC. I had to get peanut butter, peanuts. I had to get some cheese. I had to give him eggs. I was hurting my child, trying to fix him. Listen to all these herbalists and vegetarianism. And he started having these problems. Once I started adding some protein, because the plant protein wasn't doing it. And when his nuts were supposed to drop, he's going through puberty. Everything was immaturely developed. And I didn't want him to get older and have a problem with his sexual identity or being comfortable sexually with a woman. I had to put that stuff back. And he even mentioned it. Don't give no boys no soy, baby. Even if you're a woman, you got to be careful with that because it can overdevelop estrogen or estrogen mimic and create cancer, breast cancer. So I even left that shit alone. When I saw what it was doing, and he was telling, he's like, Mama, my penis not growing, my body not developed. He had a little chest and all that shit. And I had to get, when he was little and I was doing it because he was so sick and I never could keep a job. My child was always sick. My grandma, nobody would help me or go to the doctor for me or sit in. I had to see, I'd be there all night long. That child would get no relief. He was always every week. And they said, if you don't give him this and he comes back and we test him, his iron is low, you getting your baby took. So I give him grape juice, cheese, peanut butter, crackers, and he would eat it. He liked it. Once I did that, I ain't even add a lot of beef. I took him back to the doctor. They tested his blood. His iron went up. I was hurting my child trying to help him. I'm just listening to herbalists or anybody could tell me. And then they were giving him steroids. The cough surge back then was steroids and so withdraw your penis up. And then over time, I'm glad I took them off that shit because I've met people, they had been on steroids all their life for asthma. Once they got to adults, their teeth started crumbling like dust. End up having to get false teeth because that steroid and that syrup and the meth and that prednisone and shit over time would break up your fucking teeth, destroy your fucking bones. You can't. I didn't say I can't learn that, baby, but a lot of this basic shit you can't tell me about no herbs and all that because I was in it and I was trying to save my child, and I've always been into herbs and exercise. So don't. I know you don't mean no harm. Please don't do that to me like I'm some kind of idiot over here, because y'all don't know what I've been dealing with all these years with my child. You know what? I'm going to let y'all have that. The cranberries and all that shit. I don't care what you say. At some point, you're going to need some type of medical intervention because these cures and cranberries, all that shit you're talking about, don't fix all your goddamn problems. Or you will need a medical doctor that's also a holistic practitioner. At some point in your life, you're going to need both of them. One of them ain't going to fix all your motherfucking problems. So don't come over here with it. Because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because if you break your leg right now, it's some cranberries and some parasite cleaner gonna put your bones back to goddamn together. Hell fucking no. There's not one cure that's gonna fix everything. So child, I'm over here with that shit. So the UTI had my grandma acting real flirty with multiple brothers and men. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How can a UTI make you hot in the ass? That what you saying? The UTI had your grandmama hot in the ass, want some old dick from several niggas? What? So the urinary tract infection got in that lady's head and made that lady mistake her grandson for a hot young nigga. That's what you, man, look, I ain't never heard of that shit right there. Well, I damn think y'all, I ain't know that one, goddamn it. I mean, but don't that hurt? Don't a urinary tract infection hurt when you pee or something or irritate you? I know what. You said yes, UTI. I didn't. Ain't it painful? You right. Damn, that's some hormonal, goddamn it. I mean, but she probably needed some dick, goddamn it. She needed a tune-up. Y'all need to get that lady a boyfriend. She probably ain't been hit in a goddamn minute. That's what the fuck. I'm not finna do this with y'all today. I swear I have never heard that shit in my life. Oh, either way. I'm trying not to, but I'm really tired because it's so, I don't know if any of y'all, well, a lot of y'all say y'all deal with stuff like this. I don't know if y'all knew y'all child had a mental problem, a hormonal imbalance, a chemical imbalance, an emotional imbalance, or might have been on the spectrum somewhere. Y'all can tell me if you know what I'm saying, because It can be physically, it is physically and spiritually and emotionally draining to deal with someone that's mentally ill and realizing they don't see the world like you do. Y'all in totally different worlds, and the stuff they say is there and it's real. A lot of times it's not, and you're kind of stuck. You said it will make my dad very irritable and loopy. It affects older people different for some reason. It's very stressful when you have a child and you don't want to give that child away and you don't want to abandon that child and you're stuck with the mental and the psychological issues, and he's saying this stuff to me on the phone, and I just got quiet. I got quiet. He's like, I know you think I'm crazy. I know, and I'm saying to myself, thank. I mean, then I said, no, I ain't say nothing. I ain't say. Did you take your goddamn medicine? Well, I that's what I'm saying. I said, Chris, this. Oh my God, this is. You're not going to be able to go through life and be successful at anything if you can't control your mind and your emotions. You on your medicine. Well, no, I said, you know what? I can't really listen to nothing you saying. Then I can't take nothing. They have to get me. They in the room. I said, mm-hmm. I know you think I said. I ain't say nothing. I know you think I can pick it up. You think you're the only one psychic I can pick it up. I said, oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I bucked than a motherfucker. You should, I'm here for you. Next time I'm going to reach out to you on Messenger. Thank you, Just Earth Angel. I'm trying to calm down because it's very, but y'all know, okay? 2025 was a number 9 year, was ending cycles, karmic cycles. You going through your last blows. You going through the death blows of relationships and situations that didn't work and that were karmic and people abusing you and you abusing yourself and lowering yourself, and then we get into 226. That's a 10, but it's a number 1. It's a reset year, resetting of all the old things and all the old people and cycles you keep replaying over and over and over again that set you up for failure and misuse and abuse and not manifesting your destiny. You can try to hold on to it, but when you get in 225 and go in 226, usually the person that you need to cut off a situation, the breakup gonna be so fucked up to make sure that ending is a severing, somebody's head getting cut off, or they're going to try to cut yours off. It's so severe that it's an end for good. That 9 is that end. And that 10 reduces to remove that 0, reduce to a 1, and it's a reset and a begin, whether you like it or not, because the cycle over. It's over with. I'm like, the stuff my child did this time and stealing my jewelry, still didn't bring that up where the fuck my goddamn jewelry. Wasn't nip jewelry, goddamn it. I ain't said shit about that. But what he did and pushed me and shit and spit on me, he's never done that before. That shit was, I seen that spirit raise. It was a man spirit, a man baby, another man spirit, a man demon that ran up on me. The demon had told me he was gonna put my ass a few damn weeks ago. I knew. I said, I know what this is. He already had them demons in it, but it was another one. That's the fucker that headbutt me. Got him about 3 times in him and spit. And I looked in the eyes. I said, I know this is not you. You know what I'm saying to myself? I know who this is because the demon was so mad at me because he didn't want me to get his other man a damn reading. Threatened me, goddamn it, then and said, you do it. You do that shit. I want to kill him and you need to stay out the way and let me kill him because this is what he deserves. He don't. I'm going to fuck you up. You get in it, stay out of it, bitch. Stay out of it. He came from out of town. Stay out of it, bitch. This demon here is international. He be traveling overseas and shit. Found out I was reading this lady in Atlanta. Came in my house, goddammit, and threatened me. What you going through, Kiki? Kiki, do you love me? What you going through, Kiki, with your son, daddy? You say it's normalized for children to say they were traumatized by their parents, but the truth, a lot of parents got trauma from their kid. You know what? Yeah. You know what this made me think about? When I watched, what is the series that I love with Taraji and them on now and Tara Howard. Remember Vivica Fox played her sister and her son were whooping her ass? She was married to that white man. He had been whooping her ass for years, and she hiding bruises and stuff and said, leave him alone. And they finally found out about it and said he can't help it, leave him alone. And then turned on Taraji that was playing her sister because they called the police on him. And he had a real bad mental illness. He had been doing her like that for years, and she was conflicted because that was her son. And she turned on her sister for a while, stopped speaking to her. You know, you stay out of it, ain't none of your business, and let him beat the brakes off her motherfucking ass. That's a spirit. You see that child was going to a rage. He wasn't beating his daddy, he was beating his mama. Vivica Fox. I started thinking about that. I said, wait a minute now. I got too attached to that shoulder. Now the nigga trying to put paws on me. God damn it. But see, it was also a demon. Like I said, he had him, but this was a big one. I said, this motherfucker threatened me a few weeks ago, and I had just got off the phone with the lady doing a reading and doing a healing session. They said, oh, it ain't. I said, is it in the house? They said, no, it ain't in there. But see, that's all right, bitch. I'm going to get with your ass in a few goddamn minutes. I literally went to sleep. A few hours later, I heard my son just coughing like a motherfucker. What the fuck you coughing? Because I didn't want that flu. I don't need no more illness. And that flu that's out this year, like I told y'all, it was coming in another strain. That flu is killing motherfuckers. A lot of people have already died in Georgia behind it. And people are dying across the United States from this new flu. That GMO, goddamn. I told y'all it was coming, goddamn it. Now this Viper or this Vipar virus said it ain't no cure for the motherfucker. It done came out. I think it showed up in India or Africa. That motherfucker traveling. They watching the planes. The CDC and letting people know in the U.S. about that. And them damn worms I told y'all about. And them dogs having that real bad infection in their mouth and shit and through their whole digestive tract and upper respiratory that y'all need to go clean them dogs out and get them dogs checked. If y'all got some, so I'm trying to go down there. I'm like, why you coughing? Why? That's all. It's like, why you keep motherfucker sound like he was hot coughing, goddamn. I'm like, go hard on him. So I'm like, what the fuck? Because I don't need nothing. That's all. Like he was coughing. I went to ask, why? What's wrong? And then he was eating a sandwich, had Doritos and sandwich meat and bread and mayonnaise in his goddamn mouth. Just snap. You talked to me like this when I was little. You sound like you did when I was a little boy. What are you doing, Craig? What are you doing, Craig? And then the demon, I said, that's that demon, man. That's like a ventriloquist. It started saying that shit. Then got up in my goddamn face, spit and head butted me. She then told the police, now she spit on me first. And she had, how the fuck I'm a head but him? I'm 5'2", this nigga 5'8". Weigh about 170 pounds in his muscle. But I'm jumping up. I would have to jump up a few inches and shit to get up in his face. I didn't do that. It just attacked. I said, that's that demon, goddamn it, that threatened to whoop my ass if I did that, got in that lady business. Let me kill her husband, goddamn it. You stay the fuck out of it. Or bitch, I'm gonna whoop your motherfucking ass. So when it was just like 3 or 4 hours. It was 7 o'clock in the morning. I seen it in it. I seen the demon in the eyes. I said, this him. This is revenge, goddammit. He told me he was going to get me back with it yet. That child looked at me like he wanted to kill me. He has never headbutted me. Never spit food out of his mouth. It was such a rage. Just because I asked what you doing while you coughing. I'm trying to see, can I bring you some medicine? Because he had been asking me for medicine for days because he was working at night. He had to stand outside all night in the cold to catch the bus to McDonald's. And then he get off at 7 in the morning, come back. So I knew he was more susceptible, even though he had that flu shot. He never got that shot. So I'm trying to give him medicine and stuff because he was coughing real bad a few days. And I was like, that ain't good. And you just had that shot. I said, I know I won't be goddamn going over there getting shot up with that shit. You're trying to see, are you all right? Do you need some medicine? Because I don't want you coughing here. I don't want to cough here. I don't need that in my body. I don't need it in my... It went... that, and then it went off. I said, that's that demon. What you said, some days she would stop talking when she talked, it was nonsense and claimed she had the Holy Ghost. Baby, she had something. It just might not have been the Holy Ghost. She thought it was. It was a demon. Because if it's God and Holy Ghost, you do everything in order. You speak in order, speaking all over the place, going into a fit, growling and shit. That's not no goddamn Holy Ghost. It's a Holy Ghost, but it's demonic as hell. When he just shifted, I seen about 4 or 5 demons. But the one was tall and big that was standing in his body, and I knew he was enraged with me. Because it had been in this lady's house fucking with her and her husband, waking them up all night. And I just said, oh, you know what? Let me start looking around before any poltergeist activity, because this thing been threatening me about a month. And then I'll be up. Like I get up, I hear something going, you know how you hear the doorbell? But you can hear that little electric part, that buzzing underneath it. What is ringing my doorbell? Something ringing my doorbell. And I go down there, ain't nobody there. Ain't nobody at the door. It didn't start until I talked to the lady, and it was fucking with her husband. Her husband was in the hospital dying. And it told me, stay out of it. I'm killing him. Now the man up, walking around doing goddamn it, Muay Thai, karate and shit. The shit done. I knew then, get ready. Get ready, goddamn it. Because this thing finna whoop your ass. Told me I'm going to beat my ass behind that shit. So I said, okay. I said, is your husband asleep? She said, girl, he over here asleep. I said, is he in pain? She said, no. He in no pain. I said, do you feel the motherfucker now? She said, no. I ain't saying nothing to her, but I was just telling her about it last night. I said, I knew that thing was going to whoop my ass, man. I was getting ready. And about 3 or 4 hours later, 7 o'clock in the morning, he coughed and bent over cough. See, that thing set that up. That thing made him cough and shit to lure me down there, and he just attacked me. Went into a fucking... I'm not saying it's not him. Like I said, he got a mental problem. I know that. But he's been inhabited by demons since he was little. And then when you know it's easy for you to open yourself. You're high, you're drinking, your mind throwed out, mental ill and shit. A lot of that shit is demonic. It's spiritual. Some of it, yes, it's genetic, but you're a portal. Some people are more of a portal. So when I went down and I looked at him, he turned around, looked like Linda Blair and the goddamn exorcist. I said, oh, there he is. I was wondering where the fuck he was, because he wasn't in the lady house. He wasn't fucking with the husband. He wasn't fucking with her. I said, where is he? Because I don't hear the doorbell ring. I said, maybe he left and went back overseas, and I'm told him over there this shit, you know, it ain't on him, or tell him again to blow by blow. That fucker was down here hiding. He got quiet. He wasn't threatening no more. I guess he said, bitch, it's on now, goddamn it, bitch, you a hard-headed bitch. You know, it wasn't the door. I ain't hear that doorbell ringing. I ain't hear he wasn't threatening no more. He was quiet. I said, oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's gone. About 3 hours later, that fucker got in my son and jumped me, man. He said, this is a real thing. These gang stalking neighbors walking past my... Man, wait a minute. They coughing on you too. Tell me these gang stalkers walking past my house, coughing all the time. And I started noticing. What you talking about? Return to sender coughing? Tell me everywhere you people showing up coughing. So everywhere you go, they gang stalking you and coughing. Walk right. When they start coughing. I'm telling you, because he coughed on me to get me downstairs. Goddamn it, start luring me down with coughing. I'm asleep. I'm trying to sleep because I have been up with her till about 2 or 3 in the goddamn morning. Praying this motherfucker down and shit, you know, doing spirit shit, get this motherfucker out the house. I said, yeah, whoo, girl, yeah, he out there in another state. He had to get the motherfucker out. This motherfucker, I guess he started that growling because my son was growling. I guess he said, I'm going to get this bitch. She think I was playing. You know, and I ain't finna ring that bell. I ain't finna goddamn come. He would come in my room, waking me up. What I tell you? He ain't saying that. I said, ooh, we got rid of it. He ain't threatening me no more. He was quiet with it. Went and started that coughing. What the fuck, bro? I mean, was coughing like he was bent over coughing. Low mo coughing, as some country folks say. I'm talking about evil coughing, goddamn it. I heard it coughing so. What the fuck wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Talking about girl. I coughing. Somebody said they were just coughing so hard, but they exhaled, just started throwing up. Man, that's a demonic entity in them trying to come out. Oh, I said, what the fuck? What's wrong with you? As soon as I got down there, goddamn it, the coughing stopped. Like, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Just I looked, I said, oh, that's him. Because I could see it above my son's head. He was taller and bigger than he was looking and growling. And then he said, walked up on me, locked his forehead, girl, leaned down, because I'm shorter than him. Slammed his head into my forehead, his nose into mine, and had his head locked in and started walking into me. And my body started sliding back out of the kitchen. Oh, I said, yeah, I told you it was in his body and it was taller than him. I seen it. I said, yeah, I guess this is a big payback because yeah, he's mad at me, boy. He was doing that shit. I said, I ain't going to tell them this shit. Oh, it didn't exit. He did this. This went on for some hours. His couple. Then he got his forearm, his bottom of his arm by his wrist, and took all my food bottles, glasses of herbs and ketchup and mustard and steak sauce and hair products, all this stuff, and he's never done that before. Took his bottom of his arm and just sweeped it. Started growling. That shit. And all my stuff went on the floor. I looked, I said, that's him. That's my punishment. That's my payback because he met I helped that lady and my husband. I checked on him last night. He said, oh, he's doing great. I said, what the doctor said? They say he's still dying. They was talking about taking this man whole bowel out. It was so fucked up. And Jim, they said, we're going to have to take his whole colon out his body. And I asked her last night, I said, so are they still talking? She said, girl, it's completely healed. It's gone. I said, okay. Well, yeah, I got a punishment for it. I'm trying to catch up now. I said, but I'm glad that I did help you. I said, didn't I tell you that thing said that he was going to get me? If I helped you and helped your husband, I'm telling you, that man would have been walking around for the rest of his life with no bowel. And people do live without it, but he didn't need that. And my son doing me like that, of course, but I wasn't, because I saw my son didn't know the situation. I knew what it was, and he's never went into a rage like that on me. And I saw it. He was his head. He was much taller and he was wider, so I could see his head above my son's top of his head. So I knew what it was. So I maintained my cool. I know he's mad at me. I know that demon was mad. And see, y'all probably haven't dealt with him, but that exorcist shit is not a movie. That shit is real. And especially if somebody's on drugs. So I just stood in front of him. I said, you know what? I'm not afraid to die. I'm not afraid of you. I had near-death experiences, so it may be my time and just God and reveal it to me. So I'm going to stand in front of you. You go ahead and kill me. You're going to do what you're going to do. Because if it's time for me to go, ain't nothing I can do about it. I can't outrun you. I'm not stronger than you. I'm still healing. And you know that. So if you would do that to someone, in my position, you would do that to your mother, at this point, I can't stop you. I ain't going to even run. Do what you're going to do. Now, I'm sure I won't be here. I said, because the way you looking at me, it seems like you want to put your fucking hand on me. I keep feeling that you want to do something. You want to put your hand on me. So, I'm going to stand right here and let you do it. I said, and I promise you, you're going to the pen again. But it won't be matter because I'll be dead, but I'll still physically see. I'm going to make sure you go. But if it's my time to go, I ain't going to run from it because I just get a feeling like you look at me like you want to do something to me. You want to put your hand all on me, goddammit. So do what you do. I ain't afraid of you. It's time for me to go. Then it's my time. I'm going to stand here. Do what you're going to do to me. And I looked up at him real calm. We eye to eye. I have to look up to him because he told me he froze. He didn't move. I said, if it be your hand, if I die by the hand of my son, so be it. If that's the way God wrote it to be, do what you do. He didn't move. I really got tired of it at that point, and I said, this is it. I'm going to go on all 10. You ain't going to have to chase me around this house. I'm going to stand right here. He didn't. Then I went upstairs and I heard him talking about me to his daddy. That's when it took off again and threw my shit all on the floor. And I watched him. That's when I dialed 911. I'm like, you need to get him out of here. That's when he turns to a nice young man. He's the victim. Y'all just don't know how she tortures me. She came down here. She spit in my face. She pushed me. My mouth is open. I said, something's wrong with him. It went from one personality to now he's the victim. No, I'm her victim. No, she victimizes me. She does this all the time. They believed him. I said, okay. Yeah, this demon got to get the fuck up out of him. Me and the demon started talking. I said, one way or another, I'm going to get you out of my house. He looked at me. He said, no, you're not. You're going to take me to court. I know my rights. They will lock you up and I'll be in your house. I said, you really think that the spirit's going to let you take my house from me? And the police said, he said, you know, I can lock you up and take your house from you if you don't let him in there. I'll take your house and I'll lock you up. He's standing there, started grinning. Like, what I tell you, bitch? You know what I'm saying? I've been doing my homework, bitch. And I'm like, wow, you think the spirits are actually going to let you take my house from me and lock me up? He's like, yeah, you're the police. You're going to have to evict me like everybody else. And I said, you know what? You don't know who your mama is, do you? You don't know who your mama is in the spirit, do you? I said, you think because I petted you your whole life and I loved you more than myself and I protect you, think I'm weak and dumb, but now you finna see another side of your mama. I'm finna show you who your mama really is. Because I'm going to tell you, you little yellow son of a bitch. I will get you out of here before I even go to a courtroom, before I even fill out an eviction notice. I will get you out of here. When I call my spirits, you will get put the fuck out of here. You don't know who your mama is, baby. I ain't worry about you doing nothing on me, doing no shit on me, doing no juju on me. Worry about you doing nothing to me. I said, okay. Okay. You gonna learn today, baby. You gonna finna whoop your ass in the spirit, baby. You gonna regret fucking with your mama, playing with your mama, because you really don't know who your mama is. But I'm finna take you to school, young one. The girl with all the gifts, I don't know anything about that. I never heard of it. Oh, well, you think you're still in the house? No, my son's not here. And as you can see, we haven't been to court. He's not here. Y'all see him on Facebook. He told you he's not here. I don't have to lie. Yes, Mom, I'm sorry. It's too late. You took me for a joke. You took my kindness for weakness. I brought you in this world, and you did this to me. You needed to have been taught a lesson. It's not nice to fool with Mother Nature. You know, you ain't gonna do this. You know, the spirits ain't gonna do nothing to me, and you ain't gonna do nothing to me. I ain't worried about getting paid back for nothing I do to you, and ain't nothing gonna happen to me. And I said, okay. You a funny red nigga. You're a funny red nigga. But everybody got lessons to learn. What you say, dirty South Atlanta? That's right, brother. I said, yeah, laugh. This was turning his head all around, rubbing his fingernails and shit. Well, like I said, some player shit. Like I said, I ain't leaving. You can tell me get out. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna go ahead and lay in my bed and take me a nap, and you ain't doing nothing. Said, but that was a movie. I don't know the movie. I never heard of it. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not trying to be funny, but you can't make me know something I don't fucking know. Anyway, when somebody do you wrong and you're good to them, especially your own child, you do not allow them to do. You don't let them spirits live in your house. A child disrespect you so bad, and you know that child is full of demons. You don't want them around. You don't want nobody that's easy to be inhabited by evil spirits that hate your guts and want to take you out. And then that's the spirits start talking shit to you. Ain't nothing. You ain't nobody. You ain't gonna do nothing. Because that's really how them spirits feel. And they are very strong. And they're very strong, stronger than a human. Unless you have an anointing on your life. And you're not scared of them. And you stand until you scared of them, will beat your damn ass. Beat your ass in your own house. Take your car, snatch your drawers down, stick a dick in your fucking mouth, steal your car, steal your money, and get your ass like he's gonna get you locked up and put out your own fucking shit. Y'all think when humans do that, that's just a human? Because those things came to rob, steal, and destroy. And if you got a certain mission and a certain spirits don't want you to accomplish, they don't like you, they will get into somebody that can get close to you and take your motherfucking ass out. Just like that girl, whoever that was, I don't know if there's a male or female. I don't know the name of it. I ain't never seen it. They'll get, like she said, start that coughing shit. That's how it lured me to play on your fear. And knew my fear was, I don't want that shit. I had told y'all it was coming now. See, I don't need no more illness in my life. I don't need it in my body. I'm hearing that shit and he bending over, low mo goddamn coughing. Not just coughing, low mo goddamn coughing. Bent, he sounded bent over. Wait a minute. It got, like she said, hijack your spirit. Yeah, lured me down there. That's how it got me down there. With the goddamn coughing. I thought he was goddamn coughing up blood. He was coughing so goddamn hard. It was a trick. Then when I got down there, he stopped coughing. He wasn't coughing no more. He was eating. I guess he was eating that coughing. And when he looked at me, I seen it. I said, there that motherfucker is. He been in here quiet. Jumped me, goddamn it, ambushed, lured me down in that ambush me. You said, since in spirits work, do you think people can be clean? Yep, we used to clean them off all the time. But you have to understand, honey, it's free will, and people will hold them spirits, and then he will go back and do the drugs. And get drunk and do mischievous shit and go jump on somebody and break somebody's jaw or steal something. And he kept just getting reacclimated, just repossessed. And when every time they get out, like it's in the Bible, they come back, they bring legions with them and get more. This is what he wanted to do. You can keep spending your money, going to Babylao. You can do all you want. You can do it yourself. You can keep on doing it. But that person don't want that life. And that person's not standing upright in righteousness. And they keep going back to jail. They keep on getting drunk. They keep on snorting powder. They keep on doing violent shit and breaking the law. You're not going to save them. And that's what I had to understand. I can't save him. He had to save himself because he kept going like he's doing now. You keep going back into it. You can try it and you can let me know. You can keep trying to save somebody and they don't walk the straight and narrow. They don't walk a righteous path. Yes, those demons will retry to enter. And if you let them retry and you let them in, I don't care how powerful you think you are. You're going to keep on recleaning and recleaning and recleaning. They're going to keep reinfecting, reinfecting because the person likes those spirits. Whatever they doing, whatever those spirits are about, a lot of mischievous, unrighteous shit, they like them. That's why they keep reconnect. That's why the person keep getting on dope, keep getting on alcohol, keep going to jail, keep getting out, keep lying, because they have a relationship and they're more of a kindred sense with them. They like them. I don't like them. I don't live that lifestyle. I never have. I never will. So they can't do that to me. However, they can get in people that I try to love or take care of or help, and they can inhabit them if they have those weaknesses. So from now on, I won't have drug addicts and anybody has any kind of addiction like that around me, because they'll make them turn. What you say, Earth Angel, you started hearing them? Yeah, I'm glad you can, because somebody be around you and catch you off guard or kill somebody or beat their ass. You don't see it coming. I'm looking for it and I'm thinking, well, the thing was outright threatening me, and I kept hearing the doorbell sound like the doorbell was ringing. That left. That's it tricked me. As soon as I got down there and I seen him, I said, oh, this motherfucker been hiding in here all night. See, if you are one type of people, you will get confronted by them, and you may get beat up or have bones broken or killed by them. If you scared of them, if you're not strong enough to stand up to them, if you keep letting person that's a portal for them, like I'm a portal for spirits too, and I get possessed, but I don't get possessed by them. Why? Because I won't let them. Because I don't want to be that type of person. I don't want to live that lifestyle. He does. My mother does. My sister does. And then if you're introducing somebody to drugs, easy to alcohol, young, it creates a door, especially if they enjoy the sensation or sex addiction, or many people that are raped when they're molested, they end up having porn addiction, prostitute, or exhibitionist, getting gangbanged and shit, because you open their penis, their vagina, and their chakras too early. And that sensation, you can't help if something feel good to you. You 4 and 5 years old, it's your dad or your uncle or your auntie, they touching you, going down on you and shit. This shit ain't right, but it's stimulating and it's opening your chakra, because that's where your body's designed, with all them nerves and sensors. So you're caught in limbo. You say, I used to think my prayers were enough, but I get what you're saying. Well, baby, if they work, if your prayers are enough, good for you. Like I said with him, girl, sometimes they'll challenge you and beat your damn ass. And you're forced to fight them. You forced to fight your son. You forced to fight your daughter. And call the police on her bad cup, and you might have to shoot their ass. Or, your husband, your mama, your dad. Some of the parents, they really want to get you the fuck up out of here. They're not finna just pray. They finna whoop your ass. Or throw you out of a moving car, throw you out of a window and shit. It depends on who you are. You might not know who you are, but the more brutal the attacks on you, that means you are a hell of a motherfucker and you don't know it. And they trying to get your ass up out of here before you do a particular work, or wake up a certain group of people, or do a particular mission. You don't know you. That's why they keep your life fucked up, so that either you'll give up, or you'll give out, or you'll start medicating your own self, or you'll have somebody, or getting somebody you trust to kill your ass. You got to find out what your agreements are. You says, I'm just familiar with that in the family. Years ago, one of my aunt's daughters said I stole her. Like, see what I'm saying? I ran away from her boyfriend. See, she trying to set you up to be killed, to say you took some money. You see that? She's a devilish bitch. And ain't nothing good gonna come to her. Because it said, touch not mine anointed, do my prophet no harm. She trying to set you up to be killed on on a lie, a vicious lie. She gonna pay for it if she ain't all motherfucking ready. Dirty bitch. I'm good. I'm gonna be by myself. Because the way he did me, and he slammed me. Ugh, he was growling when he did it. Do you know I didn't halfway feel it? Because I could see the other one eyes above his head. I said, I've been waiting for you. I knew you were going to do this to me, and I had to decide, am I going to leave them alone, let them find somebody else to help them so this thing could get the fuck out down here, or am I going to accept the Pepsi challenge? Because he said he was going to whoop my ass. I decided to accept the goddamn challenge. I said, you can't run through life scared. And I thought it would be a good training for me to make me tough and learn how to deal with them. That's why I'm telling y'all. Y'all think when y'all see them priests talking about they be exercising people for real in the Catholic Church and they show them movies and they show Annabelle, y'all think that's a joke? It's certain people actually see them and fight with them. They kill people. See how this thing keep dinging, do it to doctor. His spirit jump from one to another. Yeah. They'll jump and he's angry. Been in out of jail. He has a lot of rage and already unstable. You know, like I tried to say, it was a damn miniature psychopath toddler, goddamn it, at one of the head. Trying to kill his goddamn little cousin. And had no remorse. Every time I call you a sis, I told you you're going to be a sis. You know, I want to get rid of him then. I seen him as he got older, he would still do shit like that to his cousin. And the cousin wouldn't tell. I caught him again. He was about 7 or 8 doing to his cousin. Tell his cousin to go away and don't come back. Then he come out being a hot sissy with some hot pants on with no drawers and dick hanging out, nuts hanging out. He said, didn't I tell you? See, I tried to tell y'all when I was little, he was a sissy. He was a little sissy. I said, that's not no reason to do that to your cousin. Said, oh, she got karma because she passed from one type of cancer. Oh, my God. Really? Who? You say, oh, okay. Yeah. Because them spirits bring cancers, baby. You can get rid of them. But usually anything a physical disease is also a spiritual disease somewhere else. Or somebody put it on them. Or there was an open portal, somebody put it on them. It's not normal. Like you see certain ones in genes running families. The portals are open. So I said, I wasn't going to tell y'all that. Then I said, fuck, I noticed. I'm not saying that's the only reason. Because like I said, he was already ill. He was already full of demons. And he would tell me they would talk to him. It was a little talk, like they talked to me. I knew that he had gifts, but it was also heavy demonic activities because they used to torment me when I was a little girl. And I never told him, but then I noticed how he'd look around, he would see something and I would see it, but I didn't tell him. I said, why are you jumping? Why are you running up the steps after you turned the lights off? You felt something on your back, didn't you? Real strong, so strong it scared you. He said, yes. I said, that's me, baby. You have the curse and the gift. I said, that's me too when I was your age. You can see. You can feel. You can hear. And he was scared of it, like I was. So I'm saying, no, you have to teach children like that if they want to be taught. It depends on who's stronger, you or the demon. He would never listen. They always took over them. My mother was a head demon, remember? Over a demonic church. She worshiped demons every day. I didn't. I was a little girl. She didn't teach us. So she then stepped in, cursed him. I started giving him drugs and cursed his father. Because they both dealt with drug addictions and alcohol. My son, father sold drugs for big meat. Became very successful before he went to jail and let it go. Went back up now. Both of them, along with my mother and my sister. So I'm seeing the other side of it, but I'm still heartbroken. And I'm sure some of you, if you think about some of the things I said, and you look at your child and you look at the daddy, if your child's doing what mine has done, I bet you will find out where the curses are and where the demons are. On your mother's side or your baby daddy's side or both. They will take possession of the child if the child is weak and you won't have no control, and that child, they will use that child to try to take your ass out of here or keep your life full of misery and trouble and pain. That child will bring you down financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and try to take everything you get. She looked very bad before she skin and bone. What? Just glad you survived. I'm sad about your suffering. Well, anybody will suffer if they love their child, or they don't give a fuck about them. It won't mean nothing. I think about these things, and the only thing I can say, whatever God, whoever God is, it must be God's will. What is it? The Muslims or something they say, Inshallah. Tell me if I'm wrong. I heard a Muslim girl say that, Inshallah. I don't know quite what it means. Then my son converted to Muslim in jail, and we know that's where the jinn are. So he's probably full of jinn as well as regular demons. Because he's around the Muslims that work magic in prison. And there were prisoners that were Ifa priests that worked magic around him. I know because he would put me on the phone and they would ask me to read them. And he said they had their shrine set up. See, he could have offended one of them in there. And they sent demons home with him. Because when he came home, and y'all seen him, I had him in my throne room with Nipsey and where the altars are, because I wanted the spirits to see, was he clean or unclean? Was he just or unjust? Was he upright? I knew he had some new demons on him when he got in the house. I seen him when he sat in my throne chair. I said, Lord, have mercy. This child is worse now than he was 10 years ago. He has a new group of demons on him that are more crazy, wild, and vicious. I just didn't say nothing to y'all. I said, Lord have mercy, me and him ain't gonna get along long. I want us to resolve our issues with each other, and you go your way, I go my way. I'm trying to, because I'm his mother. So I want to do this in the right way. You tell me what you don't like, I did. I asked you for forgiveness. I tell you what I don't like. You ask me for forgiveness. We resolve our issues and we agree to disagree. You go on with your life. I ain't gonna bother you, and I'm gonna go on with mine. I did the best I could do. I'm trying to do this in a way of order, but it was 2:25. So you see, even though I was trying to create an ending for us in a peaceful way, that ending was going to be cutthroat for a lot of people. Marriages, divorce, people killing motherfuckers, people losing their life saving, people losing their job, people losing their money to get ready for a 2026 reset. No matter what you try to do, you will not be able to overrule or defy metaphysics and the laws of nature, astrology, astronomy, and numerology. Because those are the natural laws of nature, and they're based on numbers and rhythms and cycles and seasons, and you can't do nothing about it. The 25 was the end. 2026 is the beginning and the reset where you begin all over again. A lot of relationships are over, and there's nothing you can do to put them back together. It's the Ten of Swords. And the Tarot card, the Ten of Swords, a man is stabbed and betrayed and backstabbed with 10 swords. What again does a 10 begin? You remove the 0, the 10 is a 1, a reset. It's over with. That's what I understand. There's nothing I could do about it. Some of y'all are still in endings that ain't finished yet, and ain't nothing you can do to put it back together, save a marriage that the karmic agreement is fucking done. Business agreements, fake friends, it's done. And ain't nothing you can do to put that shit back together, because the universal cycle, the karmic cycle, has come to an end. Bigger and better people are to show up in your life. You can grieve, you can cry, you can chase the motherfucker, talk to him. It's done. And with this, it's done. And now I'm left with my feelings as a mother. And I have to resolve it because it's done. And there's nothing I could do about it but fix my feelings. So absolutely correct, Drip. This has been my story since I aligned myself. My ex-husband, my children have all been affected by many spirits to come against me. I think it's also our lesson too, because we need to understand who we are. And sometimes them children we have, baby, ain't gonna go with us. They might, the more you let them follow you, they're going to put you in the ground, or you're going to have to do it to them. That I don't know why. I don't know, but maybe that's the way it was meant to be. Maybe God will. I just have to sit in it. I have to sit with it because. Wait, what you say, KB? I remember that live. I said he fine, but wait a minute, who you talking? Who you talking about? Then you put the running emoji. What you somebody say he fine, but then start running. Who? Baby, we have to accept sometimes it just we have children, but maybe they for other reasons, and God allowed them to be taken over by demons, and nothing and nobody could change it. I basically given my child to God at this point. I don't know the reason for all my pain. I don't know why I would have only one child and that child would betray me like he has done. But I just accept it. Because that's his choice. That's where that child lives, and I can't do nothing about it. But learn to love myself and finally take care of myself and put myself first. I sacrificed myself for that child all these years, and I didn't put myself first, and I went without things. And for other people too. And now it's maybe that's also my lesson. I gave birth to that child. I did the best I could. Now I have to accept and get a child of God because the universe ain't bigger than me. I ain't smarter than the universe. I ain't God. I don't know everything. So I just have to turn over to God because I can't fix that child. And it hurts and it's embarrassing and it's painful because I had that child. But clearly, other than that, I have no control. All I can control is me. I'm going to have to let it go. I can't sacrifice no more. That's between him and God. You're not going to guilt me no more. You're not going to make me feel bad. You're not going to blame me because you were born. You're not going to blame me because you're a junkie. You kept trying to blame me the other night. I said, I'm not going to take blame for it. I can take blame for giving birth for you because I didn't have the courage to kill you. Now your life is not mine. It's not inside of me. It's not a part of me. You are outside of my domain. You're an adult. So if you don't want to be here, you know how to take yourself the fuck up out of here. I can't stop it. I can't control it. If you're that miserable and it's my fault and you can't control your desires and the shit you do, and you said if I wouldn't have had you, if I should just flush you and you wouldn't be here dealing with what you dealing with, I'm putting the ball in your hands since I didn't have the courage to take your life. So I gave you life. So now your life is not within my womb. Your life now belongs to you. So if you as a man decide to take it, that burden will be on you. It will not be on me. So I'm going to let you do what you will. Whatever you decide, if you decide to go, I can accept that too. But it'll be your sin. It won't be mine. I'm definitely learning like you, Elizabeth. You said I've gone through, that's such a pretty name, Elizabeth. You said I'm definitely learning like you. I've gone through very such similar circumstance. Whoa, you're so blessed. You got 6 daughters and grandchildren. Separation is painful, but it's healing that is inevitable if they want to go, baby. If your children don't want to be with you and they don't want to love you, maybe that wasn't God's will. Maybe we gave birth to them for some other higher purpose, even though it's fucked up, we don't know. You can't fight them to love them, let them go. Really in this and the pain of it, I just let him go. Because his life and whatever God planned for him, I don't know it. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I need to focus on me. All these years I sacrificed myself for people got fucked over, used and abused, almost dead. So now my only responsibility is me. Because I didn't feel right about no abortion or adoption. I had you. Now you mad at me because I had you. All your problems are my problems because I didn't. You can say, why you just didn't abort me? Why you just didn't have sex with my daddy because you wanted him and then you got pregnant? Why didn't you just flush me? And I said, why don't you do it? The ball's in your court. You're not going to make me feel bad no more because I had you. Your life is yours. And you have to get to that point where they keep resisting you. The more you love them, the more they hate you. The more you pull close, the more they run from their own mama. And they run from you, but they run to everybody else that don't mean them no goddamn good. And they'll fuck you over for a friend who ain't a motherfucking friend. Let them go. Release them in your vagina. Release them in your eggs. Release them in your uterus. Release them. Because as a female and as a mother, you've given birth to them. You've done what you were supposed to do. And they don't want you to be their mama. They don't want your love. They don't want to respect you. They will fight you because you love them. They will hate you because you love them. They will disrespect you because you respect the life that's in them. Let them go and fulfill whatever it is God let them be alive to be on the planet. But that's just where I am. I can't do nothing else, and he ain't coming back here. We ain't gonna do this no more. I accept you don't want me your mama. I accept you don't love me. I accept you, mad at me because you can't control yourself and you choose not to. Whatever you say, I'm gonna go my way now. I don't owe you nothing no more. I owe myself. I gotta heal and fix myself from all my childhood shit, my fucked up wounds, and I loved you in a way my mother never loved me. Now I'm gonna love myself in a way I never loved me. And I ain't letting my child or nobody else disturb my peace or disrespect me and put nobody else's life before mine, and people use me as a goddamn doormat. I'm not doing it no more. And I've just been praying. I need to heal my womb. I need to heal my body. I need to heal my life. I need to let my child go, and anybody else that don't love me and don't want my love. Even if that's your children, let them do them. Maybe that's all you were supposed to do for them. And sometimes God will teach you lessons about who you are, who you not, what you supposed to be by letting your children do you that way. You might been here to go through that shit to help other people. Because you might be in a part of a spiritual work or mental work or be an example for other women that are hurting like that. They have children that's done to them, and you are stronger than the rest of them. And you have to stand by yourself without the love of your child, without the love of your family, without the love of your world, but yet be a healer with your testimony because it hurt you so bad. But you became so strong with just by yourself and with God that you were meant to be that and do that even though you don't have the love of your babies. You have to see what the mission is. Sit with yourself and do your prayer. Sit with God. Because when you hurting like that, you can't no human heal you. You could talk to him for comfort, but eventually at some part of the day or the night, you still got to lay down by yourself. You still got to look in the mirror by yourself. You got to wash your ass by yourself. Even if you got a man live with you, you still walking alone. There's some things he can't do for you. Can't nobody do it for you but God. Because you got to go within yourself. You got to learn to respect yourself and handle yourself differently and stop carrying yourself as a victim for a child or any other motherfucker down here. You got to get right with God. You got to know your purpose and why you was allowed to suffer and why you were allowed to suffer a cruel fate to bring a child in this world, and you'll never know the love and the bond and camaraderie with that child and see that child's grandchildren be born and you spend time with them and you have a good family. He has a good wife and he's good to his mother until you die. We won't know that with those types of children, and we have to talk to God and figure out why. You can start over. You can have another child. You can adopt if you can't physically have none. Once you heal, if that one didn't work out, you can always start over and get your healing through another child or somebody that will share their family or share their children with you. But one way or another, if you want to stand in vagina power, you got to find a way to move out of that shit because it's done. And it is what it is. You got to sit in it to rise up and become the goddess. And stand in vagina power or keep being weak because you holding on to the pain and the heartbreak of a betrayal that some came out your ass. It's up to you. Because that's where I am in my life. What I dreamt for that child, what I wanted for that child, what I seen for him in graduations and caps and gowns becoming something great. I don't want to say it's not going to be. I mean, he's still alive. He's still virtually young man, almost 40. You're still young enough. You're still breathing to turn your life around. Maybe he'll do these things on his own later in life. I won't be around to see it. I'm moving in another direction. But all those things I wanted, I didn't see materialize. I have to sit with that. And y'all got to sit with it and decide how great you are going to become because of your pain. Instead of letting it defeat you and destroy you, you use your pain. You transmute the energy and you become something greater than people thought you would be because of your pain. In spite of your pain, you become the goddess part of you. And you stand in vagina power. Instead of sitting in pain and broken and being a loser and being stuck in that shit. Wherever you want to go with it, high or low is up to you. I will not be defeated by this. Although heartbroken, this will make me stronger and better. If nobody loves me, I love myself. I know the universe loves me. I know that God loves me. I know that how bad things are, no matter how bad, I can stand on my own. I can stand by myself. Without a mother, without a father, without a sister, without a brother, without a son that is genetically a part of me that came out of my bowels. If need be, I can stand without all of them. Many of y'all so weak for your mammy and cry for your daddy and cry for your nigga and cry for your babies and cry for your friends. And your job you lost and your money and you can get another one. And that defeats you. It destroys you. But out of all of that, if need be, can you fight alone? Can you stand out of everybody? Your own children, your own mother, your own father, your own so-called best friend, your husband, your wife, your lover. Out of all of them cutting your throat, can you stand the rain, bitch? Can you stand by yourself and fight all of them if need be? Like some bitch gonna come over here. Really, Alexis? You do that to your son? You call the police on your son? You put your son out? How could he do it to me? I'm the reason why you breathe, and you did it to me. But I'm supposed to let him whoop my ass and disrespect me and violate me, and you would not have hands to hit me. You wouldn't have a head to butt me. You wouldn't have a mouth to talk shit to me if you didn't get it out of me. How dare you, bitch, say, how dare I chastise my son for disrespecting his elder? I came before him. He didn't come before me. Like I told him, I am your mother. I am your elder. You will never be older than me. And you have a dick that you got out of my womb. And I have a vagina and a womb, and I gave birth to you. You will never give birth to me. Never. And you think I will let you defeat me and disrespect me and whoop my ass and get me arrested and put out of my own house that you didn't give me a penny to buy? You will learn who your mother is. I am God. Any woman that gives birth to life is God. You let your children whoop you and stay in your house and toot their ass up to kiss, and they wouldn't have an ass unless they came out of you, then that's you. I will stand alone. I will fight alone. I will be alone in vagina power, back straight, head high, on all 10 before I let a child that I bring into this world disrespect me. And you do what you do. But mine ain't doing it. I will die with my dignity. Not as a cripple, not as a wrinkled old bitch that gets her ass beat by a child They can't be here unless I gave you lungs to breathe. I gave you a mouth to talk shit. I gave you the power to live and move and have your being in a body to take advantage of me. And you think, no, you will say who I am. Y'all do that shit. And that's why I'm standing here with my dignity intact. Y'all create these children in your womb who are raggedy and deficient at some level, and they disrespect the female that gave them breath. And y'all take that shit. If you want, you must straighten them. And if need be, you must break them. Because they're trying to break you. It won't happen to me. You won't finish me. I ain't leaving this world being broken by something I had. Y'all take that shit if you want to. I can't talk you out of it because that's your experience. But I know who I am. And I know who I'm not. And I ain't no punk bitch. How dare you be born and have your breath and combine your spirit and your soul with flesh and my womb, and then think you're going to get out and you're going to enslave and break my back. No. That's what I have learned in this experience. That's what I decided. I'll stand alone. Like in the movie 300, go watch it. Leonidas was defeated because he refused to bow. He'd rather die with his dignity. And that black, with the king or one of the top warriors in his army, he told them, you can see some of the excerpts on YouTube. He said, because he cut the black general's hand off, and the black general said, oh, you don't know what you've done. We have many more soldiers than you do. And then they had the group of soldiers that never died that were called the Immortals. You need to go back and look at history and look at the movies there, because that was 300 was a true story. And that black man said, oh, you don't know what you've done. He was holding his nub as the hand, it was just bleeding, the hand was gone. He said, we will bring so much rain, so much terror down on you motherfuckers. We have an army bigger than yours, we're more powerful than yours. We will rain down so many arrows, it will blot out the sun. And he said, well, we will fight in the shade. Y'all ain't nothing but some boy lovers and some liars and killers. And I'd rather die with my dignity intact than bow to you. Because he was looking like a flaming bitch. This king that was going around, this Persian, that was dominating all of these communities and raping the boys and enslaving and killing the women and enslaving the men. He said, no. Just like when they sent the black man in there to try to tell them, bow down before we're going to come through here and we're going to tear it up anyway. He looked at his wife nodded her head because they were standing by this big hole in the ground, this big well. And he said, no, I know about you, boy lovers. We ain't with this shit. We ain't never been with this shit. Said, we ain't going for it now. He said, this is Sparta. And kicked that motherfucker in the ground. Who do you stand for? She said, okay, Crystal. Say 1407. I stand alone. Got what you said. You see what I'm saying? It hurt, but baby, you want to be a bitch? You want to be a punk bitch by someone that came after you and they had to come out of you to come after you. Huh? That's what you're going to do? And you will die fucked up and crippled. Then the child that can't even lead itself around, mental ill, throwed off eyes, bucking online. You gonna tell me what to do? You can't even tell your goddamn self. You didn't even know how to get here without coming out of my ass. And you telling me that you gonna tell me what? That's why I said, so in his face, I said, you dirty red little motherfucker, you don't know who your mama is. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Because you will see a side of me you've never seen. You are forcing me to fight you toe to toe, because now you've proclaimed yourself as my enemy. And you say you're going to destroy me, you're going to get me locked up, you're going to take my house. You don't know me. But I'm going to reintroduce you to your mother. Excuse me. The other side of me that you never seen. Well, do what you do. I'm finna go lay in this bed because you're not going to put me out. I see, you'll get up before I do. And here we are. Here we are, Wednesday, January 28th, 1:30 p.m., and he's not here. And on the internet, eyes buck talking about demons in the room. Calling me that and say, you think I don't know you? I can see too the demons all in. And I was like, okay. I know you think I'm crap. I didn't say, Pastor Chris, you need your medicine. You need your medicine. And I'm thinking to myself, I told you don't challenge your mother. I told you. Now you must learn. And it hurts me. I said, but you disrespected me. And then he got quiet. I'm sorry, Mama. And it takes, I'm sorry, Mama. I love, I'm sorry. I didn't respond. When a few days ago, bitch this, fuck you, bitch, the bitch that. You ain't shit, you dumb bitch. Yeah. Okay. Whose side are you on? Because through him doing me so disrespectfully and breaking my heart, 20 years after Vagina Power, I have now become it. And unfortunately, the way God has allowed this, I'm by myself without my child. I have to stand with God alone because I can't let you do that. I can't let nobody do that. And then say I'm in Vagina Power and teach y'all my son feel bitching me. Treat me like a punk for putting his foot on me. And I brought you here. You true, because I feel like I'm supposed to be greater and doing great things because I've been through. I'm the black sheep. Baby, the black sheep is the one that's the most powerful. It just hurts you because you don't want to be without your family. You don't want to be alone. So you feel like you're nothing to nobody, but they ain't shit no way. If you had to be with them, they'll take your power and treat you like shit just for you to be around them and to get love from them, and that ain't love. They fear you. They usually fear the black sheep. There's something more talented and special about the black sheep, especially if you're not a junkie and a drug addict. You're just unique and you were born with a light that you can't help because it's in you. It's not on you. Like Nipsey said, it ain't on you, it's in you. So you can't take it. I can't change me from the inside, and people will try to destroy you. Your family try to destroy you until you finally, with so much hurt, and you decide to go your own way because you ain't going to never be great hanging around them. That was the most pain. It took me so long to let them go. I just kept letting them dog me because I wanted to be loved. That ain't love. And a lot of my family jealous of me. They watch me and everything. And then the bitch ain't this, the bitch. That's probably some of them with them dummy pages up there talking about me. Because I seen them before. One thing I hate is a coward bitch. I might be many things, but y'all know I ain't no goddamn coward because you gonna see my face, my voice is hard to unrecognize. My boy, y'all know when I said something about somebody, I'm gonna come in public. The bitch ain't shit. The bitch is a thief. The bitch is a hoe. And here's the receipt. I hate a bitch that get with a fake page, a fake emoji screenshot of a cartoon character and a fake ass name and say something about somebody and fuck with somebody, and it's a scheming high school or elementary minded bitch that's a sneaky bitch, a sneaky dirty black bitch that throw a rock and hide a fucking hand. To me, that's a coward. Being the black sheep, the blue. Yes, now show them how great you are. Show them how much smarter, how much brilliant, how harder your light shine. Outdo them, or don't call yourself the black sheep. Pay them back. Show them who you are and what you are and that you are greater than them. Everything they wouldn't give you, you take. All the shit they said you wouldn't be and they this and that be better than they could ever be on their best day because they said you wasn't shit but a black sheep and an oddball and nobody to watch. Let that be your revenge. While they sit in the shadows and throw a rock and hide their fucking hand. I'm gonna go. I've been here 2 hours. Damn, why be the black sheep? If you can't be better than them, hotter than them, pussy wetter than them, better than them in every fucking way, and learn and educate yourself to outshine them, why call yourself the black sheep? To live a mediocre life? What fun is that? To make them right? Yeah, get them out because that's a test for you. That means you came here to be great and that's a test for you. Do you really want to? See, we don't know how we're going to get it. We'll know we want to be this, we want to be that. We train for certain positions. We develop ourselves, we heal ourselves, and you create a family, you have children, and you think they're going to go with you. But you don't know, the real kick is, bitch. The real gag is, the real key, bitch. We're going to beat your ass. You don't remember, but subconsciously you signed up for this experience in this life. And we're going to make you great. Oh, but your son is going to beat your ass, or your daughter is going to beat your ass, and she's going to turn on you, and she's going to betray you with your mama and your family. And you're still going to be that, we didn't put in a memo. You don't remember before you were born. You're going to do these things without them. Because you were meant to be a Mustang and an outlaw and a divine cosmic mirror. So all the things you will talk to other people about that say you don't know this pain, you ain't been through this and been through that, you will have been through all of it, consumed it, transmuted this, and say, oh, really? I didn't? Let me tell you my story. And you're standing there, the black sheep, and now you are the supreme. You have known every heartache known to man except the sting of death. And you're standing there not looking like what you've been through. And all of your shiny black sheep glory and splendor with nobody around you to love you. Your mama, your daddy, your daughter, your son, your husband, your wife. And you know what? When you those tests like Job in the Bible, because that wasn't the devil, that was God allowing that, then you get those things back. It just might not be your same child. It might not be your same husband. It might not be your same wife. That could have been what you were born to experience, and use your life as an example that for others to experience it, that might have been crackheads behind it, drug addicts behind it, prostitutes behind it, suicidal behind it, alcoholics behind it, doormats getting their ass beat and abused, almost died and felt like they couldn't make it. And then you, the black sheep that accepted that title and decided to become greater than any bitch in your family that said you wasn't shit, you show them you can do it and you will do it when you're ready, because I did it. And I'm here as your mirror and your example. You have to figure out why these things happen to you. Who are you? Because usually the ones that are the toughest and the greatest get their ass beat the worst and get left for dead. You said, what you say down here, loving touch. He never met her in person, but he said he wants full custody. You know what? And baby, if your spirit's telling you that, you might have to let her go learn or let him learn. It's when we pick karmic men like that, girl. Oh boy. That's a hell of a thing. It's a bad lesson. Real bad lesson. Some of these people we had no business having children, but we had no business fucking them. But you'll come out of it. It's a lesson to make you stronger and wiser and better. And like I said, sometimes it might not be for us to spend the rest of our life with our children. They might have to go through their karmic lessons. We go through ours because of the type of nigga we laid with. It was a karmic agreement. It was a bad hand. It never was meant to work because the nigga weak, the nigga karmic. You got to do your spirit work and your protection, do your spiritual cleansing, and cleanse all that energy off from their sperm, the sex relationship with them, everything, like you said. And I'm just going to let go and let God. I'm going to take care of myself. Let everything work itself out. Because, girl, sometimes we ain't got the power to change a motherfucking thing. The only way we can change our perspective and change ourselves. Because some of that shit ain't meant to be. So it'll play out fucked up to get the motherfucker out your life. Sometimes God will let us pick stuff that ain't really for us, but we got to get our ass beat because it's a lesson we needed to learn because we weren't listening. And it makes you better. She might come back later, but right now, we got to give this space we can't control and let God take care of it. You know who you am, baby. You might think you don't. You spend time with yourself and let that shit go to come to you like it's painfully coming to me. I'm going to have to write this out because I didn't even know we were going to go here, that this was going to happen to me like this. And I had the nerve to tell y'all what's going on. I see that we need our own women's circle. I'm going to have to figure out a way where we can do private class or workshop or lectures or something. And as I'm walking through it, I'm drawing out diagrams because it dysregulates your nervous system. Y'all can look it up on YouTube as well, how to regulate your nervous system, how to fix a dysregulated nervous system, because it also throws your hormones off. You want to balance your hormones and you want to fix your dysregulated nervous system to get yourself in line for your miracles and your blessing. So this won't keep happening over and over and over. And you can heal, because mine go all the way back to my childhood. Where I was always stressed, always dysregulated. You know, when you get your ass beat, it's like you walking on eggshell, watching my sister get beat, my little brother get beat up and shit. You know, I'm just now learning. I was suffering from PTSD for years. I didn't really understand why my body was responding like that, because it was always high alert as a child and then fucked up abusive relationships with niggas. And fake ass bitches, starting with bitches in your family. They're supposed to teach you, mentor you, and protect you. You said my daughter go against me, and I don't know why. Because there's a spirit in her. Treats me like she not crying when I'm done crying. It's a spirit in her. It's supposed to do that because she like that spirit in her. But see, you need to find out who the fuck you are and tell her who the fuck you are. And show her who the fuck you are. Ain't you God? Did she have birth to you or you gave birth to her? So that means you are the most powerful unless you gave her your power. You gonna let something you laid down and had that had to take their first breath coming out your ass, cry and move around and pissing and shitting on itself. Now stand up and tell you what the fuck to do. Excuse me? Are you a punk bitch? You a weak bitch? You couldn't be too weak because you gave birth to life that now trying to take your life and disrespect you. Excuse me? Are you acting in a false personality of a weak bitch that really ain't you? Are you standing in vagina power? Or are you getting ready to become Wonder Woman on that ass? Because you had her. She didn't have you. She's just a female without you. She would not exist. And you let her talk to the matriarch that way? You let her talk to the divine goddess that way? That conceived her and laid with her daddy, got some good dick and had the sperm to meet the egg, and she wouldn't have been there, all of that without you, and now you give her your power? Excuse me? I didn't hear you. Hello? Somebody need to wake you up. Because your daughter ain't going to never respect you, because she knows you don't respect yourself. You don't demand it from her. If you must be physical, get physical. Dial 911, find the bitch, get the bitch out your house. Because that's an ungrateful, dirty bitch that would do that to a mother that would give her breath. She doesn't deserve your attention or even a conversation. And she knows you love her more than you love yourself. And you're trying to hold on to your daughter and you want to respect her. You want to hold her close. You're still seeing her as your baby. To her, you're a bitch. A bitch she knows. An older woman that don't respect herself. She don't respect you. You don't respect yourself. Because you don't want to live without her. And so you allow this substandard, what so-called love or respect that she don't have for you because she know you're not having it for yourself and you demand it from her or to get out of your face. Get out of your house where you pay the bills. If you can't respect me, you have to leave where I pay bills. You can't speak to me. You can't look at me. That's why you're trying to call now and I just listen. So what do you want? Well, you can't come back here. You need to get yourself together. You need to get your meds. You need to go on with your life. Because what you did, I will never forget. And you will never comfortably put your hand on me and stand in front because I know who I am. And I don't think you really want to do that again. When y'all decide within yourself what you are to these children, what their role is to you, can you live without them if they refuse to respect you giving them life and bringing them to this world? And if it comes down to it and y'all get toe to toe, who's going to survive, you or her? Because the more you let them stay and you let them talk to you like that, every time they come back, they get a little more bolder, and in their mind, they filling you out like an animal does. Did you hear the story? I didn't notice. This lady had a big snake, and I heard a snake teacher talk about it. She let the snake lay beside her in the bed. The snake didn't hardly move. It was lining itself up, got very quiet. And then she started figuring out the snake was sizing this motherfucker up. He laying there. He's laying beside her body. He measuring the bitch. This bitch like me. She trusts me. But I'm in the mood for some human flesh. She was getting ready to swallow her. Every time you let a child disrespect you and come back like that, they get more comfortable and more emboldened. I can whoop my mother's ass. I can take her down. I don't care about the fact she brought me here because she doesn't care about it. I don't have to respect her because she wants my love so much. She keeps taking me back, knowing that they are a lesser version of you because you had to bring them here. Eventually, she's going to slap the shit out your motherfucking ass. I mean, especially if she's getting disrespectful. Getting out of pocket, mouth reckless, attitude reckless. You better make a decision. Because if she's comfortable doing that shit, and how my sons never spoke to me that way, and he was doing it in front of the police couldn't intervene. They said it's not their job. Stole from me and every fucking thing. Won't bring that up. I don't want to wear fucking Nipsey jewelry with my jewelry and shit. You're going to pay for it if you don't return it. And I think he's getting to see that now. You can't come back here. Because now I've chosen my side. I'm not choosing you. I'm not loving you more than me. I'm not putting you first. I'm not sacrificing nothing for you. Because you sacrificed nothing for me and then tried to get me arrested and put me out my own damn house and would have been just as comfortable with it. And I know I would have lost it because he wasn't going to pay no bills and take care of it. Now you have forced me to choose you and lose my life or choose myself and get you off my property. Get you out of my space. Children know you. And they know how you love them. And they know you sacrifice when you spent your life doing anything for them. And they have less value for you. Then they start giving you their ass to kiss them. They think your ass got old. And you can't whoop their ass no more. Then they'll return the favor and start whooping yours. When you were supposed to chastise them and keep them out of trouble because you were legally responsible for them. And if they committed a crime or they ran away and got killed or raped or beat up, you could face charges for being neglectful. You're doing what you were supposed to do. And now they don't like that. They want to come and go and do what they want to do at 5 and 6 goddamn years old. And now they feel like you can't challenge them no more. So then they'll start whooping your ass and taking your money and cussing you out and turning your house into a trap house and a fucking whole house. What are you going to do about it? Because see, I'm not long suffering with nothing. I shit it out no more. Because they will long sufferingly beat your ass down, take your damn check, run your house down, and watch you go in the grave, get your insurance money, sell your house, and party on these hoes with the money from the proceeds of your fucking property because you wasn't shit to them no way. Because you too kind in the disrespect and you won't stand in your goddesshood. I'm standing vagina power. So when people do stuff like that, they'll dog you and dog you and dog you until you finally stand up and realize who you are, or they'll destroy you. Which one is it? Because I ain't letting nobody that I gave birth to do that to me. Ain't nobody period doing that to me. But that is the greatest insult. Your own child take you down, kill you, whoop your ass, oppress you, disrespect you, take your money, and you let them stay there and you still pay the bills and buy food? Okay. Yep, well, I'll leave y'all to it. Because I don't want to play that role no more. Well, anyway, I love y'all. I gotta go. I hope y'all donate and support me in what I'm doing. Hit my Cash App, Make It Cloud, or my Zelle, Alexis Tyler. My Cash App is God, the number 9XX, God, the number 9XX, God, the number 9XX. I love y'all. Let me get me something to eat. I'll get myself together. I'm gonna talk to y'all. Come back later on.